Colossus is the most advanced lineup optimizer in daily fantasy sports. Lock and exclude players. Adjust player exposure to reduce risk of injury or poor performance. Customize individual projections or upload your own projections. Generate hundreds of optimal lineups in seconds. Name and save the best lineups. Create winning lineups for the top sites like DraftKings and FanDuel for free at dailyfantasycafe.com.
Hello and welcome to The Audible. This is the Quarterback Analysis Podcast, and I'm Big Italy 42. I'm here discussing quarterback options for your Sunday, Monday slate. We'll be taking some of the plays from our article listed on our website by Zach, and I'm going to be highlighting his plays, telling you what I like or don't like about those, and then going on with a couple of my own as well. So starting off, first up, elite play. He's got Matt Ryan listed here, the Atlanta Falcons. This game on the Monday night, 55-point total, a full 3.5 points higher than any other game. Obviously, there's going to be a whole lot of fireworks in this one. Vegas agrees. And Atlanta, one of the highest point totals of any team, 26 right now. Eagles with that up-tempo offense do not hold the ball a lot. They run fast. They move fast. They run a lot of plays quickly. So obviously, Atlanta, you're going to expect them to have big time of possession in this one. Matt Ryan with Julio Jones, obviously, healthy now. Going to have some big-time upside there. Tevin Coleman going to draw the start at running back, which was a big concern for them last year. So hopefully he gives them a little bit of a bump there as well. And the Eagles are a bad secondary. They gave up 7.8 yards per attempt and nearly 2 touchdowns a game last year. And according to Football Outsiders here, this was not a particularly great defense either against the pass last season, ranking 18th against the pass. So below average team, gives up a lot of big plays. Got to like Matt Ryan in this one. Next up, he's got Ryan Tannehill for the Miami Dolphins. I'm in love with Ryan Tannehill this year. I think he's going to have a huge breakout. And obviously, you got to like his prospects this week facing off against the Washington Redskins, who are a terrible, terrible defense. Arguably, outside of the Chicago Bears, probably the worst 2 defenses in all of football. They were dead last against the pass last season. Don't expect much to change this season. And Tannehill's got a solid price. He's $7,400 on DraftKings, $8,000 on FanDuel. He's a very affordable play. And, I mean, this is just, you almost hope that this game just stays close just because. Just over 23-point expected total for the Miami Dolphins, according to Vegas. And Ryan Tannehill threw over 4,000 yards last year, and this is the team that allowed over 2 touchdowns a game, 8.2 yards per attempt last season. This is a game that you expect a lot of fireworks from the Miami side. This is an offense and defense that should be much improved from last season. You're looking at a defense that should be able to keep Washington off the scoreboard for the most part, too. I mean, that defensive line may be the best in all of football now. 43.5 point total in this one, 3.5 point favorite for Miami. Gotta expect that this Miami offense puts up quite a few points here against this porous secondary. So definitely a guy to look at for your cash games and your GPPs. And top value play here is going to be a popular play across the industry. Tyrod Taylor, flat minimum on both sides, $5,000. Vegas has his team total 21.75 points. And he was great in the preseason. Completion percentage over 74%, or 77%. Sorry, and facing off against the Colts. Gotta imagine Vegas has this listed as a close game, a very close game. In fact, Buffalo is a team that has a solid defense, 2.5 point favorite for Indianapolis, but a 45-point total still. This is an Indianapolis team that was 10th in the league against the pass last season. You're going to be worried a little bit about, of course, some of these top options on the defensive end. Vontae Davis going to be the first guy that you're worried about there for the Indianapolis Colts, of course, on the other side. So he's going to be matching up, you would imagine, a lot with Sammy Watkins in this one. So this is going to be interesting to see who Tyrod Taylor can get involved in this game. So definitely Buffalo. Tyrod Taylor can make some plays with his legs as well, though, so should bring you a decent floor. He's the kind of guy you play in your GPPs if you want to stack a whole bunch of big options, especially at wide receiver. Not a guy I'd be playing in my cash games because still quite a bit of volatility. Tough matchup for the number 1 wide receiver, of course, against Vontae Davis, who may just be the best cover corner in all of football. He's certainly in the conversation, depending on who you ask there. Next up, Derek Carr, another guy who is an interesting play here. against the Bengals. 6,300 on FanDuel, 61 on DraftKings. Vegas team total of just over 20 here. Carr was great in his first season. Threw over 3,000 yards, had 21 touchdowns. And this is the Bengals defense that has their moments, but has not been the team they were a few years back. They were number 7 actually against the pass last season. But some added weapons here on the side of Oakland, adding Michael Crabtree, Amari Cooper via the draft. So Carr definitely with some upside here as a guy that you can look at to produce you quite a few points for cheap, especially if they get behind in this one. Bengals are listed on the road here as a small favorite, 3.5 points, 43-point total. So David Carr, definitely a low-owned type of GPP guy you can look at there. Next up, he's got Josh McCown, $6,300 FanDuel, 52 on DraftKings. Another contrarian one here where, first of all, you don't have a lot of options on this Browns offense. So Josh Gordon, of course, gone. And, it's going to be really tough. This is a Jets team that brought back Darrelle Revis, but they were horrible against the pass last season. So if Josh McCown can get this going, of course, he could put up some points for you for near minimum salary in this one. Not a guy that you love the talent level of. Jets, 3-point favorite at 39.5 run total, or point total, I should say. So you don't expect him to do huge things, but certainly a GPP play that's contrarian because you will see quite a few people, I would imagine, on the Jets defense as well. Here's an interesting one. Teddy Bridgewater against the 49ers. 49ers are a team that, on paper, they're still the 49ers. You consider them an elite defense. They were 4th against the pass last year, but a lot of injuries, some guys retiring, missing a lot of key pieces now. Some concerns in all aspects of that defense. So definitely a defense that can be beat. And Teddy Bridgewater came off a great season last year. So this is a guy that certainly has some big-time upside. And Adrian Peterson back should definitely open up some big things for this offense. That was the biggest concern for Teddy Bridgewater last year is lack of a running game. Kind of made this a very one-dimensional offense. And if you can key on Teddy Bridgewater, then obviously you're going to take away a lot of his upside here. But certainly has some viable potential here against the 49ers. And then, of course, your other options, your obvious elite top options. You've got guys like Aaron Rodgers, who's very expensive on both sites. But, he may quite easily be your top option here against the Chicago defense that is just awful. Right around a 7-point spread here in this one, though. So this could be a situation where Aaron Rodgers doesn't end up playing the entire game. But he threw for over 600 yards and 10 touchdowns in 2 games with 0 interceptions against this team last year. So if you just want a nice high floor cash game type of play, Aaron Rodgers is that. He certainly possesses quite a bit of upside there as well. And then one more guy I'm throwing out there that I like as a GPP play is Carson Palmer. New Orleans was not good against the pass last season. This is somewhat contingent on Michael Floyd's status for Week 1. But if he's in there, obviously that's just another weapon to add to this arsenal for Carson Palmer. And Vegas has this one listed as a nice total, 48.5 points. Should be a close game. So Carson Palmer, once again returning from significant knee surgery, but seems like he's going to be good and ready to go. And you can fire him up as a GPP option. If you got any questions, find us on Twitter at DF Cafe. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out all of our great content at dailyfantasycafe.com.